What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Better Man Podcast. In this episode, we're talking to you about the truth behind Victoria's Secret.
We'll also be talking to you about seeing auras.
We will mention the one crystal for creativity.
And I get to talk about my near-death experience. Let's get started.
Welcome to the Better Man Podcast with Ivan and Suman. This podcast is all about how to be an optimal, conscious male in today's society.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the
Better Man Podcast.
Everybody
I was
was like,
fixing my mic. All right, we're good.
Yo, so we're talking about Sum, you've been going through a mentorship and you said there's been big changes in you.
Yeah, I'm going through mentorship right now, and basically it's been very interesting because currently I am mentoring with the great Vince Kelvin, and who's like one of the oldest in the game and the seduction community. He actually has the brand seductioncoaching.com. Like his whole image and like who he is really inspiring, and you know, he's sort of I'm sort of being his apprentice, and he's sort of training me through the process. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens.
Dude, so I have to let everybody know that I just woke up like 40 minutes ago. It's 3:31, and I gotta let you know that when you open up your sacral chakra, you're fucking invincible. Like,
Invincible.
I keep saying my sacral chakra, see, because it has to do with desire, right? Like the desire to go and the desire for sex and food and money, right? These are all desires, right? But a lot of times, things like procrastination, right? You really want to get up, like you really want to get out of bed, and you fucking really want to go for that workout, right? But something inside of you is telling you no. Stay, right? Because you're like, I really want it, right? So I would definitely say balance out the energy that's connecting. It's the one that's energy that's under your sacral, which is your root, and one that's over your sacral, which is your navel, right? Your navel has willpower, right? Self-esteem, self-trust, self-confidence, right? The root is grounding in your ability to actually do it. That's all.
This was in my pocket. This was in my pocket this whole time, and we're talking about the sacral. It's a citrine stone. It's specifically for the sacral chakra, so there's no surprise there.
Yeah, can you tell us more about it? People might be interested in getting one.
Yeah, totally. So basically, if you're a creator, if you're a super creative person, like this will just bring out your creativity even more. And because, you know, the sacral is essentially associated with the water symbol. So, you know, you have the ground, which is earth, and then you have water, and then you have fire, which is the sun, or the solar plexus, the soul meaning sun, right? So then, so the water, this is like very fluid, right? So you think about emotions, sensuality, right? Just like creativity, moving. So, I mean, I'm a flow coach. I work a lot with this kind of energy. And so, yeah, having an inclination towards, you know, doing any kind of crystal work like citrine would be probably a really good stone for creators or conscious creatives. Yeah.
What's your favorite stone ever, dude?
Ever? I'm not sure, man. I do like I once saw this like what was it called? Like a rainbow aura stone or something like that. It's like super colorful. I'm not too sure what it's called, but it's like one of those crystals that like is combining all of them. Yeah, this one. I think it's a metal actually. Titanium quartz crystal, maybe.
Titanium quartz
So
crystal.
Like
what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Do you have it? Oh, you have it there, bro. What the fuck, dude? That looks like
it's wild.
fucking,
yeah. It looks like it's from another dimension.
It looks like a Nike shoe.
Factoid, yeah, it does. Nike, bro, get on this, guys.
Bro, you growing your hair out?
Do you know that? Yeah, I am. Well, I just can't, find a barber, and I don't want to cut it myself, so I'm letting it grow.
Cut it yourself, bro. I'm telling you, there's something liberating about it.
All right, I will.
Dissolve your ego.
Cut it all, you're saying?
Oh, just cut it off yourself. I mean, like, you see this curve right here on my head?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I did it myself.
Nice.
Not this one. My aunt did this side, but I did this. I don't know. I kind of fucked it up. Whatever. Like,
bro, you were mentioning a Nike shoe. Did you know that Nike was the name of a god?
Yeah, that's why they chose it.
Is the goddess? Oh, it's a goddess.
Damn. Oh, really? Okay. I'm not gonna buy Nike anymore then.
What?
Yeah, because I'm a fucking masochist, and I believe.
No, I'm not saying what to you. I just can't believe it. Goddess of strength, speed, and victory. Roman equivalent is called Victoria. Vicky, I see you, girl.
Victoria's Secret. She ain't telling us that she's working for Nike.
Now we know what Victoria's Secret is, bro. She's a goddess.
She's fucking exposed.
Exposed. That should be the title of this. Victoria's Secret exposed.
She's canceled. She's canceled, bro. We're canceling Victoria's Secret.
Yeah. I mean, we got to be part of the cancel culture as well. You can't beat him, join him.
Can't beat him, join him, bro.
What up?
So, what are you thinking that we should do? Like, I mean, should we like start a revolution? Oh, by the way, like that's what I was thinking. Like, there's a lot of people that ended up in jail after these protests, right?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Am I lying, soon? Am I lying?
No.
No, I'm not lying because I'm a cheetah.
You're not lying. You're a tiger. You're a cheetah. Oh, I was about to say that anyway.
So what the fuck? So like I saw this kid who I used to go to school with. It wasn't even in my grade, but I recognized him. And my old teacher, she made a post and she said, "Yo, this guy, he was taken by the police, he was arrested, right?
Damn.
And they were like, he went. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
They're like, and he's in jail now. Like, we've got to bail out on fundraise me, whatever the fucking website is called.
GoFundMe. Yeah.
Go
fundraise me.
Go fundraise me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And oh fuck, dude, the wrinkle on this curtain looks like a fucking Masonic symbol.
Damn.
Do you want to see?
Yeah, I do. Now I do. Whoa, God.
It's crazy as fuck, right?
That's so wild, yeah.
What the fuck are you doing here, Akash?
Mr. Inti, what are you doing?
Yo, okay, yeah. So there's a video, right? And he's like on the floor and he's got like a sign, a poster, and and these like 6 horses, right? They're 3 in a row, right? And they're walking, and they're fucking like about to walk over this little nigga, and he just like gets up and like he's like pushing on the horses. This dude was trying to fight a fucking horse, and the horses just kept walking because they're trained to walk over him, right? And he's just like trying to push him, and the horses are just fighting horses. Like, come on, man! Like, you acting stupid, bro. Like,
Is this from like like royal times,
bro,
or
this was recently.
okay? Where
Which
was
year I
this
was
though?
telling you that it was somebody who I went to school with.
In London.
Here in USA, Texas, high school.
Oh, okay. Oh, in
Damn,
high
bro.
school. Okay, okay.
You never even listened to me.
Bro, I thought you meant like this was like some kind of a medieval times, because he was like he was like horse and carriage, and like the
Oh, bro.
police was like trying to like catch up to him. I
Yeah.
thought of like this
No,
whole
no,
scene in my
no,
head. All right,
no.
yeah.
Well, look, so basically, like, why the fuck would you try to fight a horse, right? If you were higher conscious, what I would have done in that situation, if the fucking horses are coming my way, I'd just be like, "Ooh, scoot to the side. Ooh, scoot to the side. Ooh, scoot to the side."
Or you'd
Right?
like communicate with them, like sort of like Beastmaster or something,
Yeah,
like
I
speak
mean,
the horse's language.
because the thing is, the horses, those people were just walking through, right? But at the same time, it was kind of a dick move for the fucking people to decide to walk over that guy. Like, come on,
Yeah.
yo. But at the same time, though, like, just move out the fucking way. They were just gonna walk by. They were just gonna walk by you anyway. Like, you don't have to do shit, right? You don't have to do shit. All you have to do is move to the side, continue your fucking protest. And this is what I was thinking as well. Like, what if they started shooting and tear gas and stuff like that? I was like, what would I do in that situation? I was like, I got it. I would just move with all the protesters to a different part of the town.
Right.
I was like, well, then we'll just fucking move somewhere else.
You sort of like mesh with the crowd, sort of like camouflage with them, like hold up a little like post-it note as a sign and just like go with it.
What?
Like
no,
like
I meant like just move to a different part of the town. Different
with the
part of the city.
protesters though. So you have to mix with the protesters. So you have to be one of them.
No, but like if I was one of them, I was saying if I was one.
Right. I see.
Like if I was there and they start fucking
yeah.
shooting rubber bullets at you.
Yeah, rubber bullets. You know what I heard is that the tear gas, you're not supposed to wear contact lenses, right? It's like melts with your eyes with the tear gas or something like that. It's really dangerous for people to wear contacts. So yeah, just a warning for people who are protesting to not do that. Bring your glasses or some other equivalent. You don't want to become legally blind. And yeah, especially if you have like horses in the back, chaos in the front, then it's like a different story.
I just hit the coffee just hit different, right? Like
it did.
Like did you like my eyes? Did you see whenever they went?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because the nicotine in the coffee.
Nicotine? You mean caffeine?
Bro, I remember when you used to smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
You remember that shit?
Yeah.
You fucking weirdo ass motherfucker, disgusting ass fucking human. Why the fuck am I even having this conversation with this fucking animal? What the fucking goddamn.
And the funny thing is, I used to justify it. Who that?
I don't know. I think you just lift it up. The doesn't it have like a lid, a porcelain lid?
You mean this button?
I think if you put a bottle of water.
Dexter, you mean this button?
It's because the toilet isn't flushing. It's a water.
But yeah, I used to justify like smoking cigs. I remember as it's like a kind of a Native American type of like ritualistic type of thing. So I used to sort of like use that as a justification. But then I was like, That's so stupid because I recently had a post today which was like, what you
Oh,
think is what?
you're talking about how the Native Americans would say smoke tobacco, but smoke it like really slowly so it helps you be present in the moment.
Yeah, it was like ritualistic. And that's something that I would tell my clients too, like who wanted to quit smoking. And I still tell clients who want to quit smoking that same kind of way because, you know, once you resist it and push it away and go completely cold turkey, it's going to start to eat at you a little bit. But when you start to not look at it as an escape, but you look at it more like just like an activity, like a sacred activity. Like Osho has, not Osho, I think it's Osho maybe.
Sadhguru?
It's either Osho or someone else who has a smoking meditation. So he recommends like taking really deep inhales and exhales with it. And yeah, it's an interesting perspective, let's say. But yeah, I think that a lot of times I was justifying like it's cool, but then I started to reassess what cool meant, right? Because culture is constantly changing. And what we considered cool, which we made a self-sabotaging activity, isn't cool now. But it's still in our subconscious mind, thinking that it is still cool. So we need to reassess our belief system about what cool is today. Do you know what I mean?
So I was just thinking about that, right? I was like, right now when you said that, I was like, why do people even think smoking is cool? And I was like, oh wait, because marketing, advertising, the Marlboro fucking cowboy western,
Marlboro Man or whatever.
Yeah.
Marlboro
No, the
Man.
same thing. I was talking to this to a client of mine yesterday. He called me and we spoke, and he asked me, how do I know if something is good or bad, right? Like how can I even tell the difference between good and evil, right? And like we spoke and eventually it kind of came out that he's been wanting to get a tattoo, but because of the like his cultural belief system, like he wants to try weed, like he's old, like he's older than me, right, by like a few years. But like his belief system, we uncovered that his belief system is not letting him do that, right? And as I was speaking, I realized that I was like, why do people think that tattoos are bad, right? Well, I was like, oh, because the first people who were getting tattoos were sailors and pirate ass niggas, like, and those people weren't necessarily considered good people, right? So they just associated like all the different things, put them together. Oh, they have the tattoos, we don't have the tattoos. That means the tattoos are bad, right?
Yeah. And also, like, for me specifically, like, the reason my parents were so against it was because of, like, health reasons and, like, you know, needle use. Yeah, because needle use is, like, a lot of people in unsafe tattoo parlors, they'll use, like, the same needles and stuff. So that was one of the things, is, like, a risk associated with it. But then also there's this image of, like, the tribal cultures having tattoos. So my grandfather used to do a lot of work in genetics. So he was like an anthropologist. So he went into like the tribes and he did a lot of work with them, like different tribes and tribal culture. And he always associated like tattoos and like piercings with a tribal culture. And so my mom kind of got fed that narrative, right? And so she always thought it was like uncultured or not sophisticated, right? And so that was in her belief system. So whenever she saw me with tattoos, she got like really offended by that and like kind of saw me as like broke the stereotype of the good Bengali boy, right? And
she was like, you're the other one. You're like the others. You're the evil tribe.
The other one, the twin hiding in the basement,
The other side, the other side of me.
But yeah, how did you uncover this guy as like, you know, kind of beliefs with that? What kind of work did you do with him?
Mainly just fucking talking. Like just literally just me talking and talking. And connecting ideas. And letting him speak whenever he wants to speak, like, you know, realizing that like, I mean, 'cause sometimes as a coach, I'm like, oh, I have 20 minutes to tell these people everything, right? But sometimes people just want to listen. Just literally, sometimes people want to pay you just so that they can be heard, right? And that a lot of times is gonna help them connect those ideas anyway. So I'm sort of there, like kind of like a guide, just there like a guide. But yeah, I told them that if everyone did it, and it would the world be good or bad? If everyone does something, would it be good or bad? Like, right? If everyone got tattoos, like the world would be fine, right? Actually, I use that example, and then he said that is one of the things, right? And I said, if everyone did, drugs, if everyone did weed, would the world be okay? And of course, that's a very like black and white way of looking at it. But at the same time, like,
I mean,
like
it
there are
depends on a person's
different
belief
things.
systems as well, right? Like how they're raised and what they, because if you're growing up watching stuff like Reefer Madness and like all this kind of like propaganda around weed, then you're gonna be like, no, like I'm gonna have psychosis in the future or whatever, But if you're like an open-minded person and you see the benefits of like CBD, for instance, then that's a different story, right?
Yeah. And then what? I came to my room and I was just meditating, and a voice came into my head that said, "All things can be good or bad depending on how you use them." And I was like, "Damn, thanks, spirit guides."
Probably channeled someone, yeah. It's awesome, man. You know what I've noticed is that I was doing this visualization.
You visualize shit, really?
Yeah, I visualize all the time. Which is actually just daydreaming with an intention, if you think about it. They tell us not to do that as kids, so we're programmed not to visualize. But anyway, that's a different story. So I was visualizing, and I saw this kind of like water, like I went through a portal, right? And basically, when I went through this portal, I saw this body of water. Like it was just a blank kind of white space, and then there was just like this water. And when I stared into the water, first I just saw myself. I was just like, oh, this is my own reflection. And then I started seeing the reflection of me transform into some kind of like an entity. And I don't know if it was like an alien or like a person. I couldn't really tell that well. But I was just getting little symbols and signals and things like that. And so when spirits talk to you, there's a process of first translation, like from their language to English. They'll give you symbols, they'll give you feelings, they'll give you like little things that they're tossing at you. And then there's a process of transmission where you're actually like being the open cup for their knowledge or wisdom or their whatever you're downloading from them, right? So first thing is just being super open to just surrendering to that experience and like allowing yourself to do that. Because a lot of people will do that and then they'll be like, nah, I'm just imagining things. And they'll quickly bring themselves back to 3D reality by second guessing themselves or being like, this is ridiculous. Or like, how little thoughts come in during that process? It's like we don't allow ourselves to truly go deep. So yeah, that's a really big thing in terms of channeling. If anybody's trying that out, is like really let yourself sink in and go deep with it. And whenever you find a thought that just comes up that's like limiting you, just remind yourself like ease. And then after you just surrender to that, you'll just slowly get back into it. So that's kind of what I've been practicing recently and getting good results with that. Yeah.
That I've been learning to see auras, right? I've been wanting to see auras and I've been practicing and been like, it's kind of like you just looking at like, something, but also like they're trying to look through it.
Bro, right? I know what you mean.
And I mean, I've had some like some success, but it's like something that has to be practiced, right? But it's in the 4D reality, right? So I mean, 5D is probably more like 5. I can't even say what reality is. It just is, right? It's just there. We're not able to see it.
Yeah, try this. So try this. It's like have an object in front of you and then also like have 2 focus points, right? So you have 1 focus point, which is the object, but then now I'm trying to look at your aura, right? At the same time. So try and get a wider vision. Like, I don't know what to call it, but it's like
yeah, I like it.
Stereoscopic vision. Yeah. So try doing that. That's really good for like practicing to just make your perspective more. And then from there, you can sort of like kind of pick up on little cues, subtle cues, colors, or things if you really start to get deeper with that.
Yeah, one technique that I learned as well was like the flash technique. So like you flash your eyes open really quick and you look at an object and you close your eyes and then like you try to see what you saw.
Yeah, that's cool.
But like something crazy that I found out was that like just say that somebody's born blind and they can't see. Well, let's just say they turn 21 and their parents are like, we want to get you a gift. We want you to be able to see, and they do like a whole expensive procedure. And finally, the child sees. Well, that's not even a child anymore. Well, what the people have taken note of is that when they can finally see, blind people who have never seen ever in their life,
their receptors aren't like fully formed, right? So it's like
they only see like light, like colors. Yeah. Like that's all they see. It's like
they don't see like the outlines and stuff, right?
They don't see details. They just see like a light moving around and stuff like that.
Like blurry lights. Yeah.
Like a baby, you know.
Like a baby and learning
that just
to
kind of
see.
shows that like we have to learn how to see the world around us, right? So this way that we're seeing it is because we learn to see it this way, right? Yeah. So it doesn't mean that the aura isn't there, that you can't see auras, right? But that you just haven't been trained to see that way, right? So that's like really, really cool to know.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like, what if we were like trained to see auras from a very young age, like, and we trained it? Like, that'd be awesome. I keep thinking like that'd be super trippy. That would be like, you know, Doctor Strange type reality.
Dude.
But yeah.
What's the craziest shit you've ever done in your whole entire life? So?
Craziest shit I've ever done? I don't know, man. In terms of what? Like, how would you define crazy? Like crazy good, crazy bad, crazy wild? Because I've done a lot of things.
Like when someone almost died.
Damn, that is crazy. Okay, so that someone could be someone that I was associating with, or it could be myself even.
Oh yeah, you almost died?
Yeah, bro. I've died several times, but you know, I've had close near-death experiences like 3 times in my life.
What did you do? Overdose?
Yeah, the first time was an encounter with that, where some guy gave me some weird like thing that I was asking for, where I was completely asking for something else, and it was an overdose situation.
You talking about the cactus?
Yeah, but this particular incident was when I was experimenting with, like I thought it would be cool to like try cough syrup once, because I heard like lots of rappers talking about it.
Oh, like lean and shit.
Like lean and stuff like that. So what I hadn't actually found out was that, like, you know, Robitussin and codeine are 2 different things, right? So I just went to the general store, like the general, like, you know, pharmacy, and I got like Robitussin. And basically, I was like, yo, I'm going to get so wavy. I'm going to get so lit, right? I got hyped for this, right? And basically what had happened was, I was hyped for it because I was playing all the tunes, like slow scissor rap songs, like, you know, they were super slow, like maybe ASAP Rocky. I got super hyped, right? I was like, I had one and I was like, this doesn't do shit, right? So I had another one, and then I was like, this is bullshit, like nothing is happening, right? And and then basically what had happened was I got like some alcohol. Mm-hmm. And I mixed it, like I just had alcohol after that, right? So I got more turned. So then I was like, maybe I'm feeling something. And I just regularly, you know, kind of wobbly went into the dining hall in my college. And I just sat down. I was having a normal
You're like,
conversation.
oh, you're having a placebo effect, right?
Yeah, kind of, right. And I'm sitting down, I'm having a normal conversation with people, and I was like, yo, man, I just had some lean. Like, you know, I was just like trying to show off and shit, like to people. And I was just like kind of like having a regular conversation. Some cute girl was like handing me French fries or something. I don't remember exactly. But then I feel this like rush throughout my body. Like, you know how women would describe as like night sweats or like kind of like a hot flashes, right? You know what a hot flash is? It's like, imagine a wave of like heat, like waving through your body. So it starts from your feet, just going all the way up to the top of your head.
Bruh.
So I felt that. I was like, what the fuck is happening to me right now? You know? So then I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. And then I felt super dizzy, super nauseous. And then I felt another wave of that. And then I tried getting up and I was like, I can't get up.
You were like, it's the lean, it's kicking in.
Yeah. I was like, the lean's kicking in, you know, whatever. And so I'm like waiting for it, and I'm just like, what do I do now? And then I feel this heat of like nausea kick in. And I'm like, I have to get out of here now, like, or I'm gonna throw up on these people next to me, these poor people, you know, who are just having a regular conversation. So I jolt up. I just go to the nearest restroom, which is like just like downstairs, and I throw up. I lock the restroom door, and I just like wobble back somehow to my college dorm room. Like, I don't know how I do that even. I'm just like tripping, like everything's purple. I don't know, like not even purple. It was like green and weird colors. I don't even know what was happening.
Bro, what the fuck? You opened up the fucking portal, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's like Pandora's box or some shit. At the same time, having these hot flashes, just like whoosh, these waves, these tsunamis of heat, just like throughout my body, and this nausea. I'm like, I'm gonna die for sure. So I got like a piece of paper, and I was like writing down like all these like thoughts and memories and things and images and drawings, but I couldn't really focus because I closed my eyes and I would see like entities, bro. Like actually, I would see hallucinations. Like it had gone that far deep into this kind of like near the portal of like death and reality. So I don't know what I did. I sort of looked up stuff online, like what can I do to calm myself down? They were just like, you're just having a bad trip, you know, or you just need to drink water. You just need to, you know, flush it out in some way, basically. And so I did that. I was just like, I put on some headphones, listened to some chill binaural beats, you know, kind of let myself sleep through it at the same time, like kind of tackling this nausea and these scary entities or whatever. And I just closed my eyes and just hope for the best. And then I woke up in the morning, like feeling like I got hit by a truck or something. Like I was like, what happened, you know? And that was like one of the near-death moments that I remember very vividly. And I was like, I'm never going to try and experiment with weird shit, you know, ever again. Like, it's not worth it. Like, yeah, it just taught me a very valuable lesson of just like being able to truly learn my limits, know myself, and not like underestimate something, and not doing something before you read about it or like know about it at all. Like just going by your instincts and trying it. Like I had a very impulsive personality. So I just definitely like, I wanted to try everything. I wanted to experience the fullness of life, you know? And so, yeah, I think after a certain point, I was just like, this is too scary, you know? And so, yeah, I didn't go back there. But yeah, that was an interesting experience.
That's cool,
for sure.
man. That's cool.
That was pretty crazy.
I think we're in a good spot. We're in a good spot to transition out, to dip out of here. So I just want to say, everybody, let me know how I can help you. That's. I just want to help you. I want to help you. And if you're here, I want to help you. Let me know how I can help you. If you can't afford to have a conversation with me, I'll still have a conversation with. I mean, I'm still gonna expect you to give me something in return. But I know in times like this, some people are struggling, other people are thriving. So I'm just here to help. That's my message today.
Yeah, guys, and if you have a kind of like COVID consciousness, as I like to call it right now, which is like you're panicked and you're frustrated, you're in your head a lot, you're thinking about what's the new normal look like? I feel so powerless. Am I going to be lonely, not going to be able to touch people in the future, you know, not going to be able to use dollar bills because of this bacteria on it or whatever? Like, you know, reach out to me and I can definitely help you out, because the mindset that you build right now is so crucial to the time when we get out of this. It's going to be really important. Either it will break you down or it will make you stronger during this time. And I want the latter for you guys, like especially the guys who listen to this podcast and women. Like, all you guys need to, you know, keep your mind strong and stay in your hearts. That's the most important message I have for you. So you know where to reach out to me. But yeah, bless up. See you guys later. May the flow be with you.
If you would like to contact Sumed for peak performance coaching, go to @FlowZone Academy on Instagram. That's FLOZONE Academy. If you would like to connect to your higher self, contact Ivan at odd.resilience. That's ODD.resilience. Also, make sure you follow the Better Man Podcast on Instagram. See you next time.